Good morning, traders, and this is my Forex setups for today. Not that I have traded much Forex this week. Pretty much been making my money on the S&P, and yeah, it's been pretty profitable. So, Euro USD. The Euro USD is still going nowhere. We are still hovering right in the middle of this this range. Remember, the upper level that we're looking at here is 119.152. The lower end of it is 117.153. Now, if I come to the hour, you'll see it's really difficult to trade this kind of stuff. Now, what I am seeing is a bit of volatility on the moving average. Okay, and if you look here, when you see volatility on the moving average, it often indicates a potential turn. Okay, in the trend. Now, there isn't much of a trend here. We did have a little bit of a downward trend on the hour here, and then into this little range. So for me at the moment, it's pretty much sit on hands. I don't see an opportunity here. This is just ranging inside the bigger range at the moment, inside there. So if you really want to get down to the lower time frames, you may find an opportunity to trade this, but I much prefer trending markets. Okay, so yeah, this is not for me at the moment. It is always in my watch list, so I can see what's happening. But there's a couple of things that have transpired as well. Let me just get those to you. So that trend line has broken and retested there. So there is potential for this to continue. Okay. And the continue that I'm looking for is this continue here. Okay. So this has been a pretty big consolidation, but this is the continuation that I'm looking for. But anyway, we're going to wait and see what transpires there. USD Japanese Yen is a very similar situation here. So we are testing this. Let's put a level in prices there at the moment. So we are testing this area here, this previous breakdown. So again, this is very similar. Look at this, above, below, above, below, above, below the moving average. So really, really confused in the direction on the longer term. But if we come down to the hour, you can see there's a couple of setups here all over the moving average, but there is a potential flag brewing for a move up, or is this coming back to test this previous breakout? Remember, this was the previous breakout here at 106, let's just call it 106 flat. So it hasn't really respected that level. It respected it there and tried to there and then broke above, and now we're trying to respect it again. Okay, what we're looking for is this kind of move here. Okay, and this one, remember, we got this move off a daily level up top here, and it moved to the downside. So this is a retracement right now as far as I'm concerned, and my view on the euro and on the Japanese yen versus the dollar is pretty simple. I'm expecting the euro to climb, euro USD to be long, and USD Japanese yen to be short. But the problem that we have right now is that it is very much in a sideways range. Okay, so this could be a flag for another move up. In other words, come and test this area up here. The Fibonacci doesn't really play out. We're above the 61.8. So yeah, I think the crunch for me right now is this level here, 106.191. If that level holds, so I need to get back up and test it. If that level holds, then I'm definitely would be looking for a short stop up there, short to come back down to the bottom here, and potentially more. Remember, this move down, consolidation. Okay, and it's 1, 2, 3, so it's an ABC. So I would expect a move pretty much the length of this move here. Okay, as my measured move to the downside. But yeah, we're going to have to wait to see what transpires here. Okay, and I think the key thing here is that level there, and then let me just take this one, this area that we are testing right here, this previous breakout, 106, 106 dead. That's the area we need to defend. Pound USD. So looking at this, we are still ranging. I have closed above this area here, and we have also found the top over there. Okay, so we've got two levels here that we're looking to break out. At the moment, this is stay well away from, not interested in this at the moment, but looking at what's transpiring on the hour. So you can see above, below, above the moving average, and now look here, we are starting to respect the moving average at the moment. So I would say any pullback onto structure, and the structure I would actually be looking at right now is down there. So you see all these tails here, I want to see a bit of a pullback into there and then an opportunity to move up. You have this trend line, it's not very strong, it's only 2 touches at the moment, but you do have this trend line. So you would expect it to hit, say, their pullback, and then maybe even just range about a bit more today and tomorrow before breaking through that. But this is looking like a breakout to the upside. That is brewing. Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar. So yesterday we had a triangle there, and we've had a triangle to the break to the downside. We'll get to the target now. I think the triangle break target is done, but I'm looking for this 108.823. If we can come back into this area, and I think just add that there, so that brings us all the way, actually just bring it there. Second level is going to be 108.318. We can come back into that area. I would assume we are going to find some buyer step in. We could get the buyer stepping in here. So let's just check the triangle. So there was our triangle consolidation there. We stayed, we broke through, didn't really get a retest, wouldn't have been an entry for me, but that is done. And normally you're looking for the bottom of the triangle. We've gone below the bottom of the triangle, so the measured move for me is going to be this one here, which is done. Okay, so yeah, so I think this is looking at an opportunity for me anyway to buy into this, and that's just looking at a strong Aussie dollar. So we'll be looking what happens to the left here, looking for opportunities to buy off, and I see there is a fairly decent one right where, not right where we are, but it's we've tagged it already, which is this area of congestion here. Okay, the next area of congestion, which would basically suit me a little bit better, because look what price was doing here, is a break above that and then a pullback onto it to hold it, and then we're looking for a move up. Okay, and your take profit area naturally is going to be right there. Okay, so that is 109.607. Okay, looking at this on the higher time frames on the 8 hour, if I just get rid of all the noise, what we have here is pretty much a bit of a flag forming. Okay, so this is something that I'm really, really interested in, because look at the strong move to the upside, consolidation. I'm expecting a second leg up. Okay, pound Japanese yen, staying well away from this, still sitting in its range. You can see range. Look at the last couple of 8 hour bars, pretty much nothing going on here. So I think it's good just to highlight, when you see this kind of price action, stay away from it until you get the breakouts. Now, in saying that, look at the triangle forming here, and I'll zoom in now just to get a clearer picture of price action, and let's just do that. There's price action, really confused at a level, but if this does break to the upside and retest the break, so the break is going to be somewhere in this area here. So in other words, we break above, come back down, bounce off 140.073, you have a potential measured move. And look at the measured move you have, which is the height of the range. Okay, so that takes us up into this area here. Okay, so pound Japanese yen is something that I am paying very close attention to, because I'm waiting for this break. We have been ranging, we're battling with the top of the range at the moment. We've got a consolidation pattern at a level. So if it does break down, then I would expect a retest somewhere in this area, and I would expect that to hold for an opportunity to get probably a better long with better risk to reward, because your stop will be below here. So that is going to be 138.984. Okay, so two scenarios here. One is a break retest up there, and one is a pullback onto this level and then a bounce up. Okay, euro, Canadian dollar. We have there's a couple of things at play here. So I'm just going to have to just zoom in here just so you can see the price action. We had a pretty strong trend up, okay, not major, but I mean it was moving up. We then came off a level and we are sort of bouncing around to the downside. The question is this a pullback? I think that's the major question at the moment. So is this a pullback? Looking at the euro dollar, I would say this is a pullback. So just from a euro perspective, but let's have a look here. We've got a level here, and this is a pretty strong level. There's your previous breakouts, and we've flirted with it, and there is some interaction with it in the past as well. You can see here we basically flirted with it again. Okay, so on the 8 hour we have range bar, pin bar, engulfing bar. Okay, first bullish pattern, inside bar, second bullish pattern off a major level. Okay, so what we have brewing here is a potential double bottom. There's the apex of the double bottom. The other thing that we have here is on the hour is this trend line break. We'll get to that now. So here was the hour trend to the downside, broke, retest, and then we're just trailing the trend line to the downside. Okay, so looking at the hour, you can see there is potential for us to break to the upside. Here is a little flat top triangle here, which is typical at the bottom of a move, and this is the bottom of a move. So this is the area I'm watching. So 155648. I want to see a break and a retest of that, which gets me above the moving average, above a level, and then we're looking for take profit areas as we go along. First one obviously is 156015, but that also basically means we have another little trend line break here. Okay, so yeah, if we get above this area up here, which is the 156442 area, that validates the pretty big double bottom on the 8 hour, and then obviously we've got the height of the double bottom, which will more than likely take us all the way up to that area there, which is going to be 157121. Okay, so pretty much watching this area right here. Okay, so that is 155648. Looking for a break, retest, stop is below these two swing lows here, and then you're looking for each of these levels to start with. It's going to be a little bit volatile because it is sort of up and below the moving average at the moment. It's all over the place, and you can see when it does that, it's up, below, up, and then it gets a trend going. So that's what we're anticipating, as a trend to the upside here. Okay, so come back to the 8 hour. You can see it was an upward trend, consolidation. It does look like it's finding a bottom here. Okay, so anyway, that is my view on Forex today, a bit long-winded, but as I say, I haven't been trading much Forex this week, pretty much been on the S&P 500 and just riding that trend to the upside. But there are some patterns that are brewing here which I think should offer some value. If not this week, it should start again next week, and we'll be able to get into this. Okay, anyway guys, hope it helps. Stay safe, and we will catch you later. Cheers for now.